Okay, folks, Social Security is a complex benefit that we must learn to navigate as a part of successful retirement. Making the wrong decisions could cost you big time in well-earned retirement benefits. That's why Jim Lineweaver is here to explain. And when I started thinking about I started getting nervous. I didn't know what choices to make, what to do, and you can help us. Where to start? Where do we start?
We can, because Social Security is, one, it's very complex. A lot of people don't understand it. It's always changing. And two, there's a bunch of different ages that you can exercise the benefits for. So you can go as early as 62. Full Social Security retirement for most people out there is around 67. And then you can't delay past age 70. So it really depends on everybody's individual situation. But we run into people a lot of times that, some people may have health issues because the average payout on Social Security, the break-even point's 12 to 14 years. But then also there might be other things that you want to accomplish or get done so that you can have that successful retirement. And it all depends on when you trigger your Social Security.
And we're talking about a variety of things. I mean, you mentioned a couple right there, but it could be, trying to do the math and see how much money you make by taking it early or later, if you have a spouse that's already a certain age.
Yep.
And there's just a variety of things to think about here.
There is. You can trigger spousal benefits, and if your spouse has a higher earnings or work longer, then do you trigger theirs first or yours? The file and suspend has been gone for years, but you can still, there's a way that you can trigger your spouse's benefit and also then still let yours accumulate or vice versa.
Yeah. So say you're much older and you take it, and your spouse wouldn't have to wait a long time because she would inherit your rates at some other time. I mean, this is another thing that gets complicated.
They could, but you might want to, both get both of them before something happens to one of you. So it's a big issue. But also we've seen people that, may want that vacation home in retirement, or they have to pay down debt so that they can have a more secure retirement. These are all other opportunities where you can trigger your Social Security.
Yeah, so I mean, we're talking, this is like buying a fine suit. It's tailored to each individual, so you have a whole lot of things to look at.
There is, and not only that, but it's also, you got to be careful about inflation, right? Because inflation has been the highest it's been in 40 years. Yeah, so it's huge. So, but the average Social Security in the last 10 years has only been 2.5%. But if you look at gas and you look at food inflation and housing inflation, on average, that's 20% higher than the incremental increases that you're getting in Social Security. So you can't just rely on Social Security. You have to look at a lot of other sources in order to make sure you have a comfortable retirement.
And you didn't even talk yet about how taxes can change and the government's perspective can change. I mean, we're talking about magic and wonderment here when you're talking about inflation and banking and all that kind of stuff. But then you get on the hardcore law. It's a whole nother game.
It totally is, because what happens is people don't understand that when you look at this income, which is really what you need in retirement, right? You can get taxed at either your personal income rate, or there's also a capital gain rate out there that could almost be in half. So it's not just the income that you're taking in, but I'm all for paying my fair share of taxes, but I don't want to pay a dime more than I have to. And that's why you need this coordination.
And we're talking about so many things. This is not, we talk about Jim Lineweaver. He's the financial quarterback, but this is a big team that tackles this problem.
It is, yeah. One person can't just do it because everybody's situation is unique. That's why you got to pull a whole team together.
It's like a field of interest, a field of facts, and all that sort of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, let's talk about this big event. You got a giant event coming up, and it's going to help folks out a lot.
We do, because there's so many questions around this, as you can see. So we have it this Thursday and also next Tuesday at the Broadview Heights Rec Center. It's going to be at 5:30. Seating's limited, and we already have several people that have signed up. So if any of your viewers would like to attend, they should try to give us a call as soon as possible.
There's a rumor out there that you might be buying dinner for a few folks.
I might be, yes. There's an opportunity, as a matter of fact, at Lock Keepers, for people to be able to, to be able to have a meal too.
Okay, folks, so we want to tell you right now, seating is limited, so give Jim's team a call today or visit lineweaver.net to reserve your spot right now. And additionally, attendees will have the opportunity, listen to this, receive a $100 gift card to Lock Keepers. That's an opportunity to Lock Keepers restaurant to enjoy a delicious dinner on Jim, the financial quarterback. How about that? And don't miss the financial quarterback leading into Fox News Sunday. A lot of really important stuff. And if you got a couple years to think about this, you really don't. You should be thinking about this right now and get it together.
No time like the present.
No time like the present. We'll be right back.